Right about here, at the intersection of the human mind and the enigmatic world of consciousness, lies the CIA's Gateway Program. Imagine if you could transcend the limitations of your physical existence, stop time, and reach a higher state of consciousness. Sounds like science fiction, right? Yet this is precisely what the CIA sought to explore through a series of experiments that pushed the boundaries of human potential. The Gateway Program was a part of the CIA's broader interest in mind control and consciousness expansion during the Cold War era. The race for technological and intellectual supremacy was intensifying, and so the US government turned its attention to the untapped potential of the human mind. They believed that mastering consciousness could offer unparalleled advantages in intelligence and warfare. But what exactly did they discover? Could they really manipulate time and consciousness? The story begins with the Monroe Institute, a research organization founded by Robert Monroe in the 1970s. Monroe's work focused on exploring human consciousness through audio techniques designed to induce altered states. His pioneering methods caught the attention of the CIA, who saw potential in his work for applications in intelligence and beyond. The program's allure lies not just in its ambitious goals, but in the very nature of its explorations. They attempted to manipulate time through various techniques and employed specific methods to reach higher states of consciousness. It's essential to understand the broader context here. The Cold War was not just a battle of arms and technology, it was also a battle of minds. Both the United States and the Soviet Union invested heavily in research that could give them an edge in psychological warfare and espionage. The Gateway Program was one of the many covert projects initiated during this period, reflecting the era's intense curiosity and fear surrounding the unknown capabilities of the human mind. Can consciousness be expanded beyond its normal limits? Is it possible to experience reality in a fundamentally different way? These questions drove the CIA to collaborate with the Monroe Institute, hoping to unlock the secrets of the mind. One of the central techniques used in the Gateway Program was hemisync, short for hemispheric synchronization. This audio technology, developed by Robert Monroe, aimed to synchronize the brain's hemispheres through specific sound frequencies. The goal was to induce altered states of consciousness, allowing participants to access deeper levels of awareness and potentially out-of-body experiences. Participants in the Gateway Program underwent a series of guided exercises designed to train the mind. These exercises included deep relaxation techniques, focused attention, and the use of hemisync audio tapes. The process was gradual, leading individuals through various stages of consciousness. The ultimate aim was to reach a state where the perception of time could be manipulated and higher consciousness achieved. As the program progressed, remarkable experiences were reported. Some participants claimed to have had profound out-of-body experiences, while others described encounters with non-physical entities. These accounts were meticulously documented, adding a layer of credibility to the groundbreaking claims. The foundation of the Gateway Program lies in achieving hemisync. This state is reached by listening to varying tones through headphones. When these tones are presented to each ear at slightly different frequencies, the brain synchronizes their output, leading to a deep state of calm and expanded awareness. It's in this state that participants can begin to explore the various focus levels. It starts with Focus 10, known as the state of mind awake, body asleep. Achieving Focus 10 involves a series of preparatory steps. Participants begin by visualizing an energy conversion box, where they place any distracting thoughts or concerns. This is followed by resonant humming, a practice that helps achieve bodily resonance, and repeating the Gateway affirmation, "I am more than my physical body." As the calming surf sounds play, guided by the voice of Bob Monroe, the participant is counted down into a deeply relaxed state. At Focus 10, the body enters a sleep-like state, but the mind remains alert and awake. This state is conducive to healing, psychic abilities, and remote viewing, the ability to perceive distant objects or locations in real time. At this level, participants' physical bodies feel heavy, almost paralyzed, but their minds remain alert and clear. It's common to feel a tingling sensation or subtle vibrations throughout the body, a sign that the conscious mind is detaching from physical sensations. Many describe a floating feeling as if their consciousness is hovering just above their body, free from the constraints of physicality. Next is Focus 12, a state of expanded awareness beyond the physical senses. In this level, consciousness extends beyond the confines of the body, opening up to higher dimensions of perception. This state is often described as meeting one's higher self. To reach Focus 12, additional sound frequencies, including pink and white noise, are introduced, further relaxing the body and calming the left hemisphere while heightening the attentiveness of the right hemisphere. In Focus 12, subjects engage with various tools to deepen their experience. One such tool is patterning, where thoughts are projected into the universe with the intention that desired outcomes are already achieved. This process is akin to the law of attraction, where visualizing success is believed to manifest it in reality. Another tool is color breathing, a healing technique that revitalizes the body's energy flows through vivid color visualization. There's a notable shift in perception as subjects' awareness extends beyond the five senses. They often report a heightened sense of presence, as if they are connected to a larger, more expansive reality. Colors may appear more vivid, sounds more resonant, and a profound sense of peace and connectedness envelops them. Some encounter visualizations or symbols that hold personal significance, guiding them to deeper insights about themselves and their place in the universe. The experience of meeting one's higher self is transformative. Subjects have described encounters with a wise, guiding presence, sometimes perceived as an internal voice, other times as a visual entity. This higher self provides clarity, offering answers to long-held questions and insights into one's true purpose. The feeling is one of profound comfort and reassurance, as if reconnecting with an aspect of themselves that is always present but often obscured by the noise of daily life. Focus 15 takes the journey even further, enabling the manipulation of time. Subjects report the ability to travel into the past, accessing historical information and events. The brainwave frequencies introduced at this level create a sense of timelessness, where participants can perceive different points in time simultaneously. This profound state opens the door to experiencing reality beyond the linear progression of time. They might experience past events with vivid clarity, as if they are reliving them. This isn't merely a memory recall, but a re-experiencing, where emotions, smells, and sounds of the past flood back with astonishing detail. The sensation is surreal, like stepping into a time machine. Some describe it as walking through a vast library where each book represents a different moment in time, and they can choose which one to explore. Focus 15 also brings encounters where subjects may perceive future events or gain insights that feel like glimpses into potential futures. This state often leaves participants with a deep sense of awe and wonder as they grapple with the realization that time is far more fluid and flexible than they ever imagined. Focus 21 is the deepest level of the program. Here, subjects transcend space-time to explore the future. This state is marked by the ability to perceive future events and possibilities. It's in this level that the boundaries between the physical and the metaphysical blur, allowing for insights and knowledge that transcend ordinary human experience. The experience of transcending space-time gives participants the sensations of boundless freedom and limitless expansion. It's as if they are no longer confined by their physical bodies or the physical world. Some report traveling to distant locations, meeting with spiritual beings, or even exploring other dimensions of reality. The feeling is one of pure exhilaration and liberation, coupled with an overwhelming sense of unity with the cosmos. Participants often describe a profound sense of returning home to a place of infinite love and knowledge. One of the most compelling aspects of the gateway process is the out-of-body experience, or OBE. Achieving an OBE involves aligning brainwave patterns and energy levels with the surrounding electromagnetic environment. Subjects in this state report sensations of floating, traveling to distant locations, and even encountering other conscious entities. During OBEs, subjects frequently encounter intense vibrations and a powerful sense of acceleration as they separate from their physical bodies. This transition can be both thrilling and disorienting. Once free from their physical form, they describe traveling effortlessly to various locations, sometimes observing their own bodies from above, or journeying to distant and unfamiliar realms. The sensation is often accompanied by a sense of wonder and discovery, as they explore the vastness of consciousness beyond the physical plane. Across all focus levels, the common thread is the profound sense of inner peace, heightened awareness, and an expanded sense of self. Subjects emerge from their sessions with a deeper understanding of their true nature and a renewed sense of purpose. The experiences, though varied and deeply personal, share a common theme of transcending ordinary reality and accessing the vast, untapped potential of human consciousness. Joseph McMoneagle, one of the most remarkable figures to emerge from the CIA's Gateway program, exemplifies the profound potential of the human mind. A former U.S. Army intelligence officer, McMoneagle became a pivotal participant in the CIA's remote viewing projects during the Cold War.
There's only one protocol for remote viewing. Remote viewing has to be taught double-blind, which means that no matter what the person does, they can't know anything about what the target is when they're working on the remote viewing. That's for practice or anything else. Double blind infers that anybody in the room with the remote viewer at the time they're doing remote viewing, practice or otherwise, no one can know what the target is, because we now know that human beings communicate between one another in a multitude of ways, to include nonverbal communications, NLP, and all kinds of other problems that can violate the protocol.
One of McMoneagle's most famous remote viewing successes occurred in the early 1980s when he was tasked with describing a secret Soviet submarine base at the Arctic Circle. Without any prior knowledge or visual information about the location, McMoneagle entered a deep meditative state using the Gateway techniques. As he focused his mind, vivid images and impressions began to surface, allowing him to visualize the base in astonishing detail. He described a massive underground facility carved into a cliffside, complete with docks, submarines, and unique architectural features. His detailed sketches and descriptions were later confirmed by satellite imagery, validating the accuracy of his remote viewing session. While McMoneagle's work with the CIA focused primarily on intelligence gathering, his experiences as a remote viewer extended beyond military applications. He reported numerous instances of using his abilities to gain insights into personal and historical events, demonstrating the versatility of remote viewing as a tool for exploration and discovery. For example, he recounted an experience where he attempted to view the ancient city of Atlantis, a location shrouded in myth and speculation. During his session, he described a sprawling city with advanced technology and architecture that was ultimately destroyed by a catastrophic event. Joseph McMoneagle has often spoken about the profound impact of his experiences on his understanding of reality and consciousness. He believes that the mind is capable of accessing information that transcends the limitations of time and space, suggesting that consciousness is interconnected with a greater universal intelligence. In his writings and lectures, he emphasizes the importance of openness and curiosity in exploring the mysteries of the mind. He advocates for a scientific approach to studying consciousness, encouraging researchers to investigate the potential of the human mind without prejudice or skepticism. Major Ed Dames is another prominent figure associated with the Gateway program and Project Stargate. As a decorated military intelligence officer and remote viewing instructor, Dames was deeply involved in exploring the practical applications of the altered states of consciousness. One of Major Ed Dames's most notable predictions involved the Chernobyl disaster, a catastrophic nuclear accident that occurred in the Soviet Union in April 1986. Before the event, Dames reported a vision during a remote viewing session that depicted a severe nuclear incident. He described seeing a large nuclear reactor engulfed in chaos, with an overwhelming sense of urgency and danger. Dames's prediction was shared with his superiors, but at the time, the details were too vague to take preventive action. When the Chernobyl disaster unfolded, Dames's vision was eerily accurate, highlighting the potential of remote viewing as a tool for anticipating significant global events. This experience reinforced the credibility of remote viewing as a legitimate intelligence-gathering technique and underscored the importance of understanding and refining these capabilities for future applications. In another high-profile case, Major Ed Dames was involved in a remote viewing session that foresaw the tragic Challenger space shuttle disaster in January 1986. Dames and his team conducted sessions where they visualized an impending accident involving a spacecraft. They reported seeing an explosion and a disintegration of the shuttle in midair, consistent with the subsequent events that led to the loss of the Challenger and its crew. Beyond his involvement with specific events, Major Ed Dames is perhaps best known for his kill shot prophecy, a controversial prediction of a series of solar flares that would have catastrophic effects on Earth. Dames described a vision of massive solar eruptions leading to widespread destruction and a collapse of global infrastructure. While the kill shot prophecy remains speculative, it has captivated the imagination of many and sparked discussions about the potential for remote viewing to foresee large-scale natural disasters. Dames has used his predictions to advocate for greater awareness of solar activity and its potential impact on Earth's climate and technology. The story of Tom Campbell, a physicist and consciousness researcher, is another testament to the profound impact of the CIA's Gateway program on our understanding of reality. Tom Campbell's journey with the Gateway program began in the late 1970s when he joined Robert Monroe at the Monroe Institute. At the time, Campbell was a physicist working with NASA, focused on applied physics and large-scale simulations of complex systems. His scientific background gave him a unique perspective on the possibilities of exploring consciousness. Campbell's explorations in the Gateway program eventually led him to develop a groundbreaking theory of consciousness, encapsulated in his book, My Big Toe. In this work, Campbell proposes that reality is fundamentally digital and information-based, with consciousness serving as the primary force driving the universe. Campbell's theory suggests that our perceived reality is a virtual simulation created by consciousness, akin to a complex computer program. He argues that consciousness itself is the source of reality, shaping our experiences and interactions within this virtual framework. Campbell's theory also offers insights into the nature of human consciousness and its potential for growth and evolution. He suggests that by understanding the digital nature of reality, individuals can harness the power of consciousness to shape their experiences and achieve personal growth. In considering the profound implications of the Gateway program, it's essential to reflect on the broader impact such explorations could have on our understanding of reality and the future of human potential. The program's findings suggest that consciousness is not merely a byproduct of the brain, but perhaps the very fabric that underpins our experience of reality. As we venture further into the study of consciousness, we're not just exploring the mind's capabilities, we're potentially unlocking the keys to the universe itself. As we move forward, the legacy of the Gateway program beckons us to ask even more profound questions. Could the next frontier of human evolution be rooted not in our physical or technological advancements, but in the untapped expanses of our consciousness? The insights gained from these experiments challenge us to reconsider the limitations we perceive in our everyday lives, urging us to explore the depths of our inner worlds with the same fervor we've applied to outer space. The true journey may not be outwards, but inwards, towards a deeper understanding of who we are and what we might become.